Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Hey guys, it's Dynamite ZGI, coming back with an update. First of all, I would like to say, that I deleted a video that, is probably, that I didn't upload at all. Some controversial things that I said, not a partner channel or anything by any means of the word. I would just like to emphasize on the fact that, things that I say in here should be my own opinion. And if I get my references from somewhere else, I try to put them in an annotation somewhere or in a reference list below. But with that all said and done, we're back in a winter wonderland. Yes. So I'd like to talk about a couple games that I really like. It's been finals week, so procrastination is my best friend right now, and I almost fell. I almost duffed it on the cold ground, and that would have been really, really bad. So yes, I want to talk about a couple of different games. If I have time, both of them will be put in this video. If not, I'll try to slip it into another video, kind of like a running video sort of collaboration dealy thing. So okay, so I've been YouTube surfing for the past week and a half now or so, and one of my really guess he is one of my favorite LPers on YouTube. He's actually doing an LP of Link's Awakening, and I'm really enjoying it right now. I'll put his channel up right now in case you're not subscribed to him, but chances are that you are. But so anyway, I'm going to talk about Link's Awakening and the end of all this. But before I do, I would like to talk about a different game. That game is Super Mario Brothers 2. I know in the last video, but we posted around the same time as this, I was talking about Super Mario Brothers, and before that another game, which won't be made into a video, unfortunately. So, in the last video of this, I was talking about Super Mario Brothers, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Super Mario Brothers 2, which is not Super Mario Brothers 2 in Japan. Japan actually came up with a game called, actually is it in Japan? Well, the original Super Mario Brothers game is actually called, I'm going to butcher this terribly, Doki Doki Panic. And this game is actually totally different characters in the same kind of world. The palette was a little bit darker. There were some major differences in this game. I really can't talk about it too much because I don't really know too much about it. I know it was for the Famicom and the like, I suppose. And I'm sorry, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep right now. So it's really is a lot harder for me to string thoughts together today. So anyway, so Doki Doki Panic was the original game for Super Mario Brothers 2, and Japan actually came out with a game where called Super Mario Brothers 2, where it was actually an extension on Super Mario Brothers 1. It was just like a whole different challenge mode. It was actually like Super Mario Brothers hard mode. In America, this did not get released until much later. I think until like after the Super Nintendo era maybe. But this game in America is called Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels. You could actually play as Mario or Luigi for first player. I think there's only one player in this game. That's not the truth. I'll probably edit that in an annotation, call myself a dumbass, and pat myself on the ass. So, excuse me. So, Super Mario Brothers 2 in America is actually, of course, everyone knows the story. Mario dreams about a door, he opens it, and some people are crying for help, talking about a overlord named Wart trying to take over their world, whereas Mario wakes up and tells his friends Luigi, Princess Peach, Toadstool, and Toad about this dream, and they go and find this door and open it, and they're in the land of Subcon, falling down into the world. So a couple of, basically different mechanics in this game opposed to Super Mario Brothers, where Mario can just jump on things and kill them, knock them out of the air, the Koopa powers, and they're turtling along and everything. you know, it's a little bit different this time. Instead of jumping on things and killing them, Mario and his friends actually have to jump on them, pick them up, and toss them at other enemies. Enemies cannot die this way. They actually get back on their feet and kind of continue trotting along, I suppose, in their own fashion, in the direction that they were primarily going. With enemies are concerned, there are no Koopas. There is a Koopa shell, of course, but there are no Goombas, no Koopas, no Buzzy Beetles, no Lakitus. Yes, I call them Lakitus. I know that some people call them Lakitus. Some people call Lakitu. I call them Lakitus. It's probably just a child mispronunciation. No Spinies either. Yeah, unfortunately, I know. Enemies in Super Mario Bros. 2, of course, are Shy Guys, Snippets, Birdies, Pidgeots, Ostros, Birdo, of course. Birdo's one of the main antagonists in this game, and of course the Overlord Wart. So yeah, this game is totally different from the original one, but a couple of things that that people, you know, don't really seem to quite understand is that this is a subconscious world, subconscious, oh, go figure, right? So, just kind of throwing out a couple things about this is the dream world, for example, and like Shy Guys are actually weren't even Nintendo's to begin with. Now they actually make their appearance in Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story, you know, the Paper Mario series, Super Mario RPG, games like that. So they're actually, you know, a really, you know, firm staple in the game. But a lot of people don't realize that, wait a minute, these enemies were in Subcon. Oh, what's going on? Well, like continuity, you know, as far as continuity's sake, Super Mario Brothers is actually a game that comes after Yoshi's Island. So, you know, Super Mario World 2, which is a prequel to Super Mario World. As we think about it, Mario has already seen these enemies, you know, in the past. He just doesn't remember seeing them, and they don't really primarily make an appearance in SMB or SMB3 or any of those other games. And, you know, enemies just seem to, you know, grow and grow as, you know, games kind of, you know, collaborate. I mean, Petey Piranha is a very new addition to the Super Mario Brothers universe, even though he's kind of, you know, redundant sort of character, because of course he's a piranha plant that can walk on his hind leaves. He's got firm roots. So anyway, yeah, so, you know, Mario just doesn't necessarily remember seeing these Shy Guys. So I suppose as far as continuity's sake, my theory for this is that, you know, Mario's seen them before, he hadn't seen them in a while, so he has a dream about them. And of course everyone knows that this is a dream, because at the end of the game, when he frees the Subconians, or Subconites, tangents! So, anyway, so that's it with SMB2. Kind of talk quickly about The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Everyone knows that this game is, you know, very, very strange. It's the LPR that I'm actually watching actually thought that this game should be called Link's Vacationing because it's so peaceful, it's so mellow, the music is so nice. The only serious part that you actually really get in this game is when the Moblins steal Bow Wow, like after the first dungeon, which is, you know, you barely get to meet Bow Wow before this, before, you know, you have to go and save him. You see, like, who's Bow Wow, you know? But yeah, so there's a lot of, you know, little fun little tidbits about this game and everything. And of course it's Link's Awakening, so, you know, of course he wakes up on an island, he doesn't know where he is, he's looking for Zelda. As far as the timeline is concerned, I'm not really too sure where this actually ends up. I'm pretty sure it ends up in the... I'm not too sure right now, actually. I just looked at the timeline too, so this must be the lack of sleep that I'm experiencing, that where I'm not exactly remembering where it falls on the timeline. I know it falls after Ocarina of Time sometime, but I don't know which branch it kind of goes on to. I will put a link to the timeline theory sort of thing. I usually check Wikipedia for this, but there's a website as well. If I find the website, I'll put that up as well. Put that up along with the Wikipedia site for that. The Legend of Zelda Wiki is actually pretty accurate. I try to check my references on that as well. I don't really know where it falls on the timeline, but so he's looking for Zelda. Of course, he doesn't find her. He finds a couple that looks a lot like Malin and Talon. Respectively, their names are Marin and Tarin. In the English version, anyway. I don't really tangents. So kind of wanted to talk about that. Of course, like anyone who's ever played this game before knows that Link's Awakening is, of course, another dream, and there's evidence that show this because Super Mario Brothers and Link's Awakening are actually connected in this way. Of course, Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers being property of Nintendo, they're able to kind of like squish games together this way. And actually, this is evident when you're in side-scrolling tunnels in Link's Awakening, where you see things like thwomps and Goombas and Piranha Plants, of course, in these tunnels. And really, you know, a kind of an homage to Super Mario Brothers. And this is, of course, Link's subconscious kind of dreaming this up. Perhaps they have met before, perhaps not. Of course, this is before the Super Smash Brothers era, so they had not necessarily met, if they've even met at all in Super Smash Brothers, because it's kind of... Super Smash Brothers is just a weird sort of idea in general anyway. So Link's Awakening, you know, and another sort of nod, I suppose, is that there is a song that is, I guess it's required, I'm not too sure, I've always gotten it whenever I've played through this game, and that's the song, the frog song, can't remember what it's called, but it's a warping song. It warps you to the lake so you can go and get your refill of life from the life restoring lady, Crazy Tracy. 42 rupees, not that bad, I suppose, but anyway, nonetheless, interesting. But the character that you actually get this song from is actually an homage towards Wart from Super Mario Brothers 2, which is a very interesting sort of stable, meaning that perhaps once Nintendo had gotten control of the characters from Doki Doki Panic, because I'm assuming that they did not... This is all my theory, by the way. I'm not really kind of basing this on anything. So correct me if I'm wrong. Dynamite Man is wrong, as usual. So my sort of thought on this is that, you know, Ward is kind of like this subconscious overlord that kind of lives in people's dreams. And I'm sure that he's, you know, out there somewhere in other dream games. Kirby's Dream Land probably as well. So, that about wraps up my ideas for right now. So, I'm going to wrap it up here, call it a video. So, I guess if you like this part, rate, comment, subscribe, post videos, runs, do whatever the hell you want. This has been Dynamite Awakening. I know, see you guys later.